Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you a new product that we just saw out at the Miami Boat Show that's now here at Tampa, and I'm getting a first-hand test of it. The BallyHoop Net. They're back there getting it ready, and I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of this cool new product that we'll be using to fishing this year, the 2024 season. Come check it out.
Check this out, Randall.
Got some white baits. Ooh, look at all that white bait.
Look at that, Randall. Ooh. Look at that, Randall. Talk to me, boy. Talk to me, Randall.
That's perfect. Let's get them poured in there. Look at that white bait. White bait 101 right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is nice. Literally, we pulled up 30, 40 white baits. We've been here 2 minutes, threw the net out, put the chum bag in, and no dirties to the boat, and I'm still dry. And if you don't know how to throw a net, that is the perfect way to do it. Easy. Do that 2 or 3 times when you're a little bait ball like I showed you on the screen, and you're going fishing. Go enjoy some family time. Enjoy your time. Nice and clean. Nice boat. Easy way to catch bait. Man, I can't say enough great about this product. This is a cool thing. I'll definitely be using it on my little afternoon getaways with family and stuff like that, where I just don't feel like throwing a net. You know, I'm really glad that Junior found me in the Tampa Bay area, and we'll be at the Tampa Bay Boat Show with this. This is pretty cool. All right guys, so I'm gonna go over all the products, or actually Junior's gonna go over all the products because it's this product line of all the products that BallyHoop Nets makes, okay? We're using multiple different products for different situations, but I'm gonna go over each individual one so we can get you going on these products.
What's up guys, Junior here from the BallyHoop here in the Tampa Bay. I'm here with Randall, Captain Randall, and we're gonna go through it. We're gonna demonstrate each net in use. We're gonna show you guys how we catch bait and how we do it here in Tampa Bay in your backyard, guys. So, I'm gonna go through the nets one by one, and then we're gonna put them in the water, catch bait with them so you guys can see. So here we got our first gen, which is the aluminum model, which is half moon bag. So it's actually a 4-foot circle. Once it's assembled, it comes apart. I'll go through it real quick for you guys. You open it up, comes apart, folds in the bag. So basically you take it apart, put it together, and here we go. All our nets are all the same size when they're all actually assembled. They're all 4 feet in circumference. And to take it apart, just push on it, pull on it, close it in, and you're done. Put it back in the bag. This is the aluminum model. So depending on the sizes of the boat is the net you're gonna go with. But they all do basically the same thing. At the end of the day, they all catch bait, guys. Here it is. So we put it back in the bag, close it up, and we're done. One and done. Now we're gonna go to our second gen, guys. This is the aluminum version. We have the Stealth model, guys. So the Stealth model stores in a straight bag, opposed to the other ones that are half moon bag. This unit has an advantage over the other ones. And the advantage of it is the translucency in the frame. So for finickier baits that you're trying to catch that are really spooky, this net does really good. Really good because of the frame, okay? So this is called the Stealth model. The frame is completely translucent. So when we put it in the water, I'll show you guys how it blends into the water. So the same thing. A lot of frequently asked questions. So what's the difference? That's one of the differences on this net versus the other ones. So this is called the Stealth model. So if you notice the frame, it's translucent. This net here itself has a little advantage over the other ones. So if you're in one of those boats that have long compartments and you don't mind storing it on one of those compartments, this will be the guy to buy. Take it apart, just pull it apart, close it up, you roll it up really tight, and put it right back into the bag, guys. Store it, wash it down, and you're good to go. So that's the Stealth model, okay? Open up the bag and shove it right in there. Done. So that's our second gen, which is the Stealth model. So now we're gonna go to our third generation, which was the Blade, the Flex model. So I had a lot of people, every time I would go to shows, they love the product, they've used the product, but at the beginning, the non-collapsible, which I didn't talk about, I'm sorry guys, the non-collapsible was this one right here, which is a stainless steel frame, 4 foot in circumference, but it doesn't collapse. So they would say it's too big. So that's when the first gen of collapsibles came out, which was the aluminum. After that, it's still too big. I came up to the Stealth model. Stealth model's too long. So back to the drawing boards. That's when I came out with this bad boy. So this one's called the Flex. And the reason for it is because, voila, it flexes. So this model, basically you grab it by the ferrule ends, bring it in, make a figure 8, bring it down, and close it. So this one's called the Flex model. This is the second gen of this model. So grab it by the ferrules, bring it in, and close it. All right, this one you just put away. But then I would go to the shows and I would still have that crowd that would say, okay, yeah, I love it, it's great. I mean, the size is a little, still too big for my boat. I have a 25-foot boat, it doesn't fit. All right, guys, I went back to the drawing boards, and that's when I came out with the Blade model, which is the one we were using earlier today, catching bait with it here off the Skyway Bridge. And we're gonna demonstrate videos later on so you guys see them all in action. So the Blade model, which is my latest model, now this one goes from a 4-foot circle to 18 inches. Now they love it. What they don't like now is the price. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. You get what you pay for, right? So this model, it's already been used. It's the one we were using earlier today. So you just let it out, it opens up. Goes from a 4-foot circle to 18 inches, guys. They all have advantages and disadvantages, but at the end of the day, they all catch bait. So you assemble it, disassemble it very easily, and it stores nice and easy. This is one of my favorite units because of the fact that I can actually travel with it. I do a lot of traveling to different parts of the world, catching bait and demonstrating people how I do it in their neck of the woods, like we're doing here right now. We're actually in the Tampa Bay area right now with Captain Randall. I'm gonna show you two little quick more accessories that we have. This guy here is called the Chum. No, this is called the Bobber, guys. So if you notice on some of my videos, you'll see me using this product, and you'll see people using water bottles to float out the net. So in South Florida, we catch BallyHoop, and BallyHoop are on the surface. So what happens, we're gonna have no current. The net sinks to the bottom, and we're trying to catch BallyHoop, and BallyHoop on the surface. So those days that we have no current, what we'll do is we'll grab our ball, we'll attach it to our frame, any one of our nets that we're using, and now we're capable of drifting it out and catching our BallyHoop that are on the surface. So that's where you'll see some people on videos using water bottles. I was the one that introduced the water bottle, but now we have this guy. So very simple, attach it to the frame with a release swivel, right there, snap swivel, and now the net will actually float in the water, guys. So another cool feature about this bobber is that we can add water to it. And by adding water to it, we're gonna make it less buoyant. So now our net, when we're pulling it straight to the boat, if you notice on the videos, the net starts to come out of the water. Once you add water to this net, it keeps the net right close up to the boat when you're pulling it in, so the mouth is always underwater. So very important features that this little ball helps us with, and solves a lot of problems. So then we come into the Chum bomb, guys. This is another creation that I created. So when we're gonna demonstrate how it works later on today, we're gonna catch pinfish, and we're gonna show you guys how to catch them with this. So, well, actually, it's got a silicone rubber on the bottom of it. So what we do is we'll put this on there. So when we want to put in we use Chum, dry Chum for this. We'll attach this to the bottom of it, the pad. So now it sits flush. We'll open it up, fill it up with Aquatic Nutrition dry Chum. I got two mixtures, live bait and regular Chum. We'll mix them and we'll put it on there. So what happens is it has holes on the top and holes on the bottom. We attach this to our actual swivel in the middle of our net, right in the center of our net. And now we're catching pinfish, guys. So what are we doing? We're letting the net out and we're putting the net vertically up and down. We'll agitate it. Chum comes out. So we'll put the net in the water. We'll have our Chum bomb and we'll agitate it. Once we agitate it, the bait comes to our net and actually go into our net to eat the chum, and that's when we just bring it straight up. We're fishing in 5-6 feet of water for pinfish. That's what we do. We also use this for the white baits as well. So now when they're getting finicky and they don't want to come next to the net, we'll put chum inside the net and we'll actually float it out there, and they'll actually come to the ball to eat off the chum bomb. That's why it's called the chum bomb. We also use this unit not only for our net, we also use this for deep dropping. So now we're deep dropping 800 to 1,000 feet of water. What I like to do is I like to freeze manhunt oil, and I'll put fish pellets in here. I will go ahead and I'll freeze it. I'll take 5 or 10 of these little balls frozen, put them into my cooler. And what I do is I'll keep it with some dry ice so they're nice and solid. Once I get out to the deep drop grounds, I'll put this on my rig, I'll drop it down. As soon as that oil starts to fall out and melt, starts to let that scent out. I've noticed my hook ratio from 2 fish to 5 fish all the time. I've also noticed I've lost a couple of them to sharks, but guess what? We lose them anyways. So that's one of the other features that we use with the chum bomb. We use it for our net, we use it to deep drop, and now we're gonna be starting to use it for sword fishing, guys. We're gonna try that out too. And we're gonna put this on our weight when we're deep dropping for the swords. We're gonna use this and see how it works. I've been trying to get footage underwater deep, but I have not been able to find a camera that'll go down that deep. But my hookup ratio has become from 2 to 5 fish constantly. So make sure you come check us out. We'll be at the Tampa Boat Show. Tight lines, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.
All right, so now that you've seen some of these models that the BallyHoop Net has, let's go put them in action. I want to see them all. I want to see them work. I want to see how this works, because this is going to become part of my arsenal. Definitely going to be using this product. Not every day I need to throw a net. Some days I just need a couple baits. Some days it's cold. You know, it's got a great place in the fishing market. So I want to go learn more about it. Come to the Tampa Boat Show, learn more about it too. But he'll be at a lot of boat shows. He's talking about being here at Sarasota too. And you can buy it online. We'll also have some more information on it on landedfishing.com.
Well, the current's ripping, dude.
Yeah, they got bait. That net's getting full of bait.
Watch this.
John said you're a chump.
What did he say?
There, read it.
All right, guys, let's first talk about what the benefits are to the BallyHoop Net, okay? You can see Junior's over there getting it ready and throwing it out the back. You see how he's not wearing any waders? See how he's not getting wet? See that guy over there? I don't know if you can see him. He's got bibs on, and it's 60 degrees outside. You don't want to get wet, you want to catch bait, go fish with the family on the weekend. That's one of the huge pluses of the BallyHoop Net, is that you get to catch bait without having to change your clothes, without having to wash down your boat from the net, without having to have wet bibs in your locker. Bunch of huge benefits when it comes to not having to throw a super wet net, okay? The other benefit is if you're a recreational fisherman, which a lot of us are, that's how we all start. Throwing a net's not easy, especially in high current, especially on a bridge. It's very easy to lose a net, okay? The BallyHoop Net, you drop it out behind the boat, as we're gonna show you again, and let it sit back there with a chum. When you see it getting filled, just pull it on in and dump it in your live wells. Really cool product, real simple product, but tell you what, I'll be definitely using the BallyHoop Net in the wintertime, and maybe a lot more than that. I might even use it when I'm out fishing on the reefs just to catch extra bait. Throw it out there, throw a little chum out there. I don't know. Let's see what else we can do with this thing. I'm highly impressed. I think it's gonna save me a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of cleaning of the vessel. Come check it out with me again. All right, guys, so we pull up on the spot and Junior is getting the chum bag going. So you're gonna get a chum and kind of put your chum block out, chum bag out. We found some bait on the machine, basically on the depth finder machine, and getting right in front of it on the current side. It's right behind us, maybe 2 boat lengths behind us. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to let it chum itself up, and then we're gonna go ahead and release this net, and I'm gonna show you exactly how this cool tool works without getting all dirty, or if you just don't know how to throw a net yet. And if you're still learning or just don't really want to get into the net game, this is your answer right here. So give it a few minutes and we'll see you in a second.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, Randall. So we got the chum in the water. What we're looking at here, we got cigar minnows, guys. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna keep chumming them in. We're gonna drop our net and we're gonna leave it down there so they don't see it. And they're gonna start coming into the chum slick. Once they get into the chum slick, we're gonna start bringing our net up slowly. We're using the non-collapsible here, so we want it to sink a little bit faster, so we're gonna use the non-collapsible here and put it in the water. If you notice, we got cigar minnows. They're a little shy right now, but we're gonna get them up. Just give them a couple minutes. They're working their way up to the surface. So we're gonna drop the net now. We're gonna spook them a little bit, but we're gonna let that net sit on the bottom, and we're gonna bring them up. Watch this. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do in this case right now, we're gonna use the non-collapsible net, which is the one that's a stainless steel ring. And we're doing, if you notice, my chum bag's in the back. I'm gonna put this net in the front of the boat, okay? And I'm gonna let it sink, so then when it gets to the back, it's already on the bottom. Very important. Now this should be your hand. All right, so here's what we're doing. So I drop my net up in the front of the boat. We're catching cigar minnows here. So watch this. I'm chunking. I'm getting them all out, worked up, all agitated. And they're down there. If you look, I mean, they're deep. They're really deep. I got my net probably 15 feet underwater. I can't even see it. So I'm gonna do this chum stick. I'm gonna come over here. Watch Randall look, point to the water. You'll see them right there. They're coming right up.
Yep.
I'm gonna agitate the
all
chum.
in front of the boat. Look at all of them.
Yep, yep. They're coming.
There they go.
So what I'm gonna do is agitate this, and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna bring it up slowly. Very slowly, guys. Very, very, very slowly. They're all down there. Very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Very slowly, slowly. See how I notice? Look, my tip of my fingers, really slow. Really slow. It's very important. Somebody will be agitating the chum, but I'm gonna do it right now. Watch this, guys. Let me get the chum in here. They're already used to seeing the net, so it's not gonna be a big deal. Get the chum back over here. Current's taking it away from them, so. They're not that solid, there's not that many, but I'm gonna catch a couple of them. Here we go, guys, check it out. There we go. We got 3 cigar minnows right here, right now, and we're gonna get more. Stay tuned for this. Let's put them in the well. Now we're gonna go to a different net, just because of the fact that they're seeing the net and they're getting a little spooky. So watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this net back and we're gonna get the stealth model.
Okay, one of the great things about this net and the way it works is you can target individualized baits. So we went to the Skyway and we went ahead and we caught white bait. All white bait at one location. Now we're over here at another bridge, put underneath the pile of bait, and we're catching all cigar minnows. So if you're running on the outside and you're looking for all different types of baits and be able to separate them to different wells, this is really cool. This is something I've never done before. Normally, like I said, you get what you get. So we're gonna catch some more cigar minnows and maybe go try out for some other bait and just keep learning about this net. Really neat object, real clean, real easy. Target the baits you want to target.
Here we go.
Straight to the well with it.
Straight to the well.
So you wonder what bait looks like on a screen, on a GPS, when you got a big pile of bait underneath you to sit on top and catch these baits on these BallyHoop nets. Let me show you real quick what it looks like. That's solid bait.
Jesus Christ.
That is what bait looks like on a GPS unit. It's gonna look like a big glob, almost like a misread of reds and greens and stuff like that. That bait is from 2 feet all the way to 17 feet. A lot of times when you see it, it'll only be the first 5 feet or the last 5 feet. But this bait is really thick in here. Should be good for us to pull some good baits out of here. And that's how you see bait on a GPS.
this out, Randall.
Got some white baits. Ooh, look at all that white bait.
Look at that, Randall.
Ooh.
Look at that, Randall. Talk to me, boy. Talk to me, Randall.
That's perfect. Let's get him poured in there. Look at that white bait. White bait 101 right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is nice. Literally, we pulled up 30, 40 white baits. We've been here 2 minutes, threw the net out, put the chum bag in, and no dirties to the boat, and I'm still dry. And if you don't know how to throw a net, that is the perfect way to do it. Easy. Do that 2 or 3 times on your little bait ball like I showed you on the screen, and you're going fishing. Go enjoy some family time. Enjoy your time. Nice and clean, nice boat, easy way to catch bait. Man, I can't say enough great about this product. This is a cool thing. I'll definitely be using it on my little afternoon getaways with family and stuff like that, where I just don't feel like throwing a net. You know, I'm really glad that Junior found me in the Tampa Bay area, and we'll be at the Tampa Bay Boat Show with this. This is pretty cool. This is pretty neat. All right, guys, one last point I want to make on this net, on the BallyHoop net. Is one thing I didn't think about till later on, but it just hit me. When we were throwing this net, or putting this net out and pulling it up, it puts very little stress on the bait. So come look at my well after about 4 hours and look what it looks like.
Check this out. Look at this, blacked out.
So I got no dead bait in my net, which I'll get a lot of when I throw the cast bait, because the weights are hitting them. I'm squeezing them up real tight. I'm beating those baits up. I get a ton of scales too. I got no scales on my live well, no scales on my deck, and I got really healthy bait. So if you want to know the selling point for this product, that's another great one, is your bait will stay healthy all day long and unstressed. I mean, I'm highly impressed. That well is blacked out and solid, as you saw, and every bait in there is still alive.
All right, guys, so here we are back at the dock, and we're at Kingfish boat ramp, and we're gonna show you what we're gonna do to all the baits we caught today, guys. So take a look at this. Look at this live well. Check this out. Look at this. All of them alive.
Not for long with these
Look at
pelicans.
this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Not one dead bait. Not one dead bait yet. Scoops full. Look. Scoops full. They're catching them in the air. You seen that?
They're lively too, boy. Those
They're
are so
lively, boy. Look at this. All of them. Look, look. Not one dead bait. Not one dead bait. Is that insane or what?
That is really cool. That is really, I'm highly impressed with that.
Make sure you guys come check us out.
Dead bait.
Yeah, make sure you guys come check us out this weekend. We're going to be at the Tampa Boat Show, BallyHoop booth. We're going to be right by the seminar booth. So make sure you come check us out. Tight lines, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.